Lynchburg, Virginia, better known as Hill City, an historic place that takes pride in nature's beauty and a love of art and music. And of course, with every good city comes a good bar or two. Welcome to a place where we get personal intakes of real-life bar situations from actual bar workers and bar goers. So grab a drink, take a seat. You're about to enter Bar Zone. Hi, welcome to Bar Zone, where we discuss bar topics while also visiting a local bar. I'm your host, Ty. Let's take a look. Big Lick has been a full-service bar and restaurant since opening in 1998. The bar and restaurant's laid-back atmosphere draws in all demographics, which Big Licks takes pride in. From fish tacos to alligator bites, the full-service bar and restaurant will have something to your liking, while also enjoying live music every Thursday through Saturday night. It's embarrassing, but hey, sometimes it happens. The main concern is where it happens.
That's the worst.
I've seen somebody throw up probably more than I can count.
Clean up on aisle 4 and I'm gone.
Females, they are gonna chug. They are gonna chug, and they are some die-hard chugging women, believe me. But they'll pay for it later on too, and they often do.
I threw up in an Uber 2 Halloweens ago because, well, technically I threw up in a book bag, but there was holes in the bottom of the book bag, so it just like seeped all in the back seat. $200 later, you can't be doing that because that's like the cleaning fees and stuff.
Clean it up and get out of my bar. You definitely aren't drinking here anymore if you're throwing up.
You know, if you stay in that one space, then you know that the vomit is contained to that one particular space.
Yeah, and that's worst case scenario.
Yeah,
worst case scenario.
But usually people make it.
Yeah,
people make it to the bathroom
for the most part.
For the most part.
Honestly, I've only thrown up once in my entire life.
Have I ever thrown up at the bar? No.
During spring break.
It's annoying. But we got through it. It's all good.
I threw up on half of my friend's bridal registry stuff. Same night as the Uber. It was a bad night. Tequila. No.
Proper etiquette would be to make it to the bathroom before that happens. Yeah, but it happens from time to time.
I was drunk one time with one of my best friends, and she said that we were on the highway, and I opened the door while we were moving on the highway and was just throwing up down the highway. I just can't see myself doing that, but you never know. So that was interesting. She said she was just hollering at me, cussing me out the whole way. And then I took a nap and woke up like 2 hours later at 4 a.m, and I was okay.
Yeah.
And then she did it to me, so we're even.
I'm just a real stickler on not embarrassing myself in public. Like, not by drunkenness. I can do that just talking. I don't need to get drunk to embarrass myself in public. So I try not to get drunk, but I get drunk, but I don't get obliterated and have to throw up. Like, because I have a old shoebox in my car for people who get sick and I have to take home, because I'm like, you're not going to throw up on the side of my car.
I was so mad. I was so mad. I mean, she was just throwing up, and it's like she was asleep while she was throwing up. So I wanted to be like, hello, like, are you, what are you doing?
I mean, I've had people like throw up in my car, and it's not good.
If you puke in my car, you got to have full detail money. You got to have enough money to be able to pay to get my car detailed inside and out.
But luckily it wasn't in my car or anything. She was kind of leaning out of my car, so I just left her there. I went on in the party. I just left her out there.
But sometimes you got to do it.
Yeah, because I was like,
they're going to ruin your night.
I pay for it, but no, they do offer. And I'm just like, no, it's okay. Like, you're my friend. That's what friends do for each other. So.
I had a guy one time. I could see it on his face. Like, that guy's gonna throw up. He's gonna throw up. Kept telling his friends like he's gonna throw up. I was like, if he throws up, when are you all cleaning this up? I'm not doing it. Like $2.13 an hour. It's not enough money for me to clean up vomit. And sure enough, right on the rail, threw up. I went and got the mop bucket, made him clean it up before he left, and they had to pay and leave.
If you can't hold your head out the window, at least, like, if you're that drunk, like, and it usually doesn't happen until the morning after, like when you're driving home hungover, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm sick," and I'm like, well, "You didn't throw up all night, and you're sick now." In the middle of the day, it's 8:30, and you got your head out the window puking, but it happens. It happens.
The guys that fall asleep was the girls that throw up.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I don't have to deal with it. disgusting at the end of the day. Like, it is what it is, and I'm just thankful as a promoter. I work at venues. I don't work for the venues, so I'm not the one cleaning it up for the venue. They can handle that because I'm not personally touching it. No, sir. Not going to happen at all.
I like to try to stop, them before they get to that point.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you can't. I mean, if a person is getting sick or on the way of getting sick, we try to at least get them, to a bathroom or either outside, as quick as possible. But that's one of those things where spare the moment, it just happens.
I typically try to make whoever just throws up clean up their own vomit. Yeah, I'm not doing that to a friend whoever's with them. I don't make enough to clean up vomit.
I prefer, like, if somebody's throwing up, I prefer them to stay in that one spot while they're actually vomiting, and then after they, when it's a break in it, then we rush to the bathroom, because I don't want to be cleaning up a trail of vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was like alcohol poisoning. I've also thrown up in my mom's flower pot once, but don't tell her. I was chasing it with red Gatorade, and that's why there's still a red ring on the inside of the flower pot. She's seen it, but she can't figure out how it got there. No one's going to tell her.
See, I don't get that drunk anymore. That's why
Yeah,
I don't do it, 'cause
either.
it's too
I
much.
learned.
It's too much.
So some people, it happens to them every other weekend. Kudos to those who it never happens to. I appreciate you.
Some people enjoy coming to the bar after a long day of work, not actually realizing how tired they really are.
I don't, but I've seen it. I've seen some dozers, and I'm like, you could be at home watching Netflix on the couch, sleep.
Oh, can't be there sitting down, falling asleep.
I have to go home and sleep.
Got to get up and go.
That's one of the number one things that bouncers going to be looking for is for somebody, and that way we know that either one or two things: either they was too tired to really even come out and shouldn't have came out, or they really over that limit with drinking.
Yeah.
And at that point, we can't have them to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I equate it to going to the movies and going to sleep. Like, I've seen people at the bar with a drink in their hand sleep. Like, so you just paid to come and go to sleep, and you could have slept for free at home.
No.
I don't do that.
No.
Well, first thing, you walk up to them, ask them, how are they doing? Look at their eyes, see how their eyes look. Listen to that speech, see how that speech, if that speech is not slurred or, or whatnot. But the first thing we got to do is make them aware of their surroundings. And we will ask them to get up, see whether or not they're able to walk on their own. And we'll try to either get them outside where they can get some fresh air, or either get them some water. And then we try to politely tell them that you can't be here at the bar sleeping.
You're sleeping, you've got to leave. That's a big no-no right there in the bars. Especially, it makes the bartender look like shit for over serving somebody to the point where they're falling asleep.
So if you're feeling kind of tired, if you don't have a 5-hour energy, or you're not taking Jaeger bombs, someone with some Red Bull in it, just stay at home, enjoy a nice night in,
I've never fallen asleep, but I definitely, a lot of times it's just like, I get so tired. I'm like done for the night, just one drink. I'm like, all right.
They need to leave immediately.
You just go stick them in the car, then go back inside. Just put them in a safe place,
gotta get
lock
them
them
out
in
of
there,
there.
crack a window.
Ask them who they came here with, so we
Yeah.
can go get them and tell them it's time for her or him to go.
Yeah.
All the time, just falling asleep in the bar stools, literally right in front of the bar, leaning over it while they're drinking, or someone sitting in the back of the room passed out on the floor, or a couple times passed out in the bathroom. That happens quite often. There was one time, though, that stands out to me the most. Someone got too drunk, stood in front of the stairs, passed out in front of the stairs, and fell down the stairs. And stayed passed out. They were there until the morning because we didn't even know until the end of the night that the guy was, or till the next morning when we opened, that the guy was down there. Hilarious. He was all right. He was just drunk out of his mind.
I've seen guys, where they'll end up falling asleep, and like I said, if it's on a Friday night, they've probably been working all day long. Mm-hmm. They came there really still, tired, sleepy from working all week, and they'll fall asleep after a couple of drinks.
Now all I have in my head is a picture of some plastered dude with a blue Snuggie and orthopedic black Skechers on, dude. Oh my God. Dude, if I ever see that, I'm going to tag you on Facebook like, I found drunk Snuggie guy. He's real. Or I'll do it myself to make it a thing. I'm not really sure about that whole napping over your drink thing. I don't think it's safe, and I think that's a key bar tip.
So you're at the bar and you have to excuse yourself. Why not just take your drink with you?
I'll be the first to tell people never go back to your drink.
Yeah.
If you leave it unattended, never go back to it.
Okay, so there are people with bad intentions out here. So I don't think you should ever leave your drink unattended.
It's not a smart idea in this day and age. Typically, depending on what it is, I may even switch it out for them when they get back. But yeah, it's not a good idea to leave your beverage unattended. You never know what somebody's going to do. I've had friends who have been roofied or things like that, putting their drinks at bars when you leave it unattended.
So many people are out there doing crazy stuff. You don't want to get roofied or have anything put in that drink. So keep an eye on it, or keep it in your hand, or give it to a friend to keep an eye on it for you.
I don't. And I won't drink it if a guy wants to buy me a drink, I have to see the bartender make it, I have to see the bartender hand it to him, and I have to see him walk over to me with the drink, or I'm not going to drink it. Smart.
For those people who think that sitting a napkin over your drink is going to stop somebody from putting something in your drink, stop. Take your drink with you. If you can't take your drink with you, don't leave it.
Because you don't know what someone's going to put in there at the end of the night. Also, you paid for that. You don't want someone else to pick it up. I mean, it's your drink. Let's just be real. It's $5 to $7 that you probably didn't want to spend for somebody else, right?
I like to think that I wouldn't take a drink from a stranger, but like 4 or 5 into it, who's to say I wasn't, probably not paying attention where it came from at that point. But I would hope my friends would have my back. That's what friends are for. That's why you go out with them.
You can't really trust anyone these days, so you just really have to be careful, especially going, out clubs, bars, etc. Yeah, just always have your drink on you.
People out here, you can't underestimate anybody. So you don't know if somebody's slipping you a roofie. You don't know. I mean, you just don't know. So, and there's a lot of guys out there that will do that, so... you don't want to take a chance on leaving your drink, setting your drink down, and then coming back to it, because everybody's just not that honest George or honest Abe. It's just not like that these days.
I'm a smoker, so when I'm at a bar, I'll go outside to have a cigarette. I'll typically get the bartender, if I know, put it behind the bar for me, or if I have to leave it on the bar, I'll grab one of the coasters and cover the top, so nobody can do anything to it.
A napkin over your drink, I'm sure, Bill Cosby probably wasn't like, oh, not her, there's a napkin over her drink, and left. So, probably shouldn't have said the Bill Cosby thing, but you know what I mean. It's a good example.
If you think your bar has what it takes to be on Bar Zone, make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Till next time.